Let's say we have this general reaction, A plus B in equilibrium with C and D, all are in the gaseous state. What do? We increase the reactant. We may increase the concentration of A, we can put more moles of A, or we can increase more moles of B. We can increase the reactant, we can increase any of the two reactants, we can increase both the reactants, depending on what is something that is desirable. But if we are increasing the reactant, the reaction, there's an equilibrium which was, sitting in a chill way, assuming that, okay, now the rate of forward reaction has become rate of backward reaction. So I am supposed to now take a nap. And we have come by adding more A and B. We chemists came there and we said, hello, wake up. And the reaction now goes forward. Why forward? Because there was equilibrium. Equilibrium gets disturbed because of more reactant coming into picture. The reactant would have to go forward so that we get more product. Then only the effect can be undone, right? Concentration of product is going to increase if we increase the concentration of reactants, because the reaction is going to go forward. Do you understand? So, first thing that you need to see is, if the reactant increases, how will the reaction respond? The reaction will respond in such a way that the reactant should decrease. Whatever is happening, its altered thing has to happen. If the reactant is increasing, the reaction will proceed in such a way that the reactant decreases. If product increases, the reaction, how will it respond? It will respond in such a way that the product decreases. So, how can we predict the directions from here? If we are increasing the reactant, reaction responds such that the reactant decreases. It can only be done by reaction going in the forward direction. If we are increasing the product, how does reaction respond? Reaction responds by decreasing the product. How can we decrease the product? By going backward. Now listen to this. What if I talk about the third scenario, wherein C was getting formed? As soon as C was getting formed, I was taking it out. Okay, the moment it got formed, we took it out. We used some instruments and we took the C out. So constantly we were decreasing the product. Okay, we are decreasing the product. How we are decreasing the product? We are taking off the C every time it is formed. So now the C decreases. How will the reaction respond? Reaction will respond in such a way that C increases. How will C increase? It can only increase if the reaction goes forward. Similarly, if the fourth case, I decrease concentration of reactant. So reactant decreases. How will the reaction respond? Reaction will respond in such a way that the reactant increases. How will reactant increase? If the reaction goes backward. So, number one, how do you have to see the situation? You have to see whether we are increasing the reactant, increasing the product, decreasing the reactant, or decreasing the product. What are we doing? First thing, we analyze that. The second thing is we analyze the response. How will the reaction respond? It will respond just in the opposite manner. It will just try to undo the change that has just come up. So then the second thing that we have to think of is the reactions response. Okay? Let's understand these four cases one by one. Have a look. Let's say we have this reaction A plus B in equilibrium with C and D. I am recapitulating whatever I've said. So if you've missed anything, now is the chance to re-understand it, rewrite it, reinstall it, and connect the dots. Have a look. Addition of A or B, what we're doing is we are adding A or B. So what's going to happen at the level of understanding is K doesn't change. Equilibrium constant doesn't change with concentrations. What is changing? The concentrations have changed. Equilibrium constant doesn't change till the time we change the temperature. So what's going to happen is Q will change, of course, and the Q will now be less by Q is equal to concentration of C, concentration of D. Luckily, all the stoichiometric coefficients are 1 here. We can chill about it and we can write Q like this. Okay. Now, we are saying we are increasing A and B. If A and B concentration increases, of course, the denominator is increasing and Q is decreasing. If Q is decreasing, Q is less than K, the reaction goes forward, right? So what is going to happen is the reaction will keep going to the forward direction again till the time again another equilibrium state is attained. Till that time, the reaction keeps going forward, right? Now, effect of change in concentration, let's imagine it through illustrations. Have a look. Have a look. We have this reaction A plus B in equilibrium with C and D, the same reaction. But now I'm starting with high concentration of A. A is high. Okay? A is high. A is increasing. A increases, that means Q has decreased. So Q becomes less than K and reaction goes forward. This is one way of seeing it. What did I say? The other way of seeing it is reactant increases. How will the reaction respond? I am writing now reactions response as RR. Reaction will respond in such a way that A decreases. How will the A decrease? If the reaction goes in the forward direction. That means concentration of C and D should increase. In fact, when you see A, we have increased, okay? We are increasing A. And if that happens, if we are increasing A, C and D starts increasing. Please check it out. So if we are increasing the concentration of the reactant, the reaction responds in such a way that it decreases the concentration of reactant, which can be done only if the reaction goes forward. Next case, similar scenario with B now. See, we are increasing the concentration of B. We increase concentration of B. Again, what's happening is the reaction will respond in such a way that reaction goes forward. Okay. And what happens? The concentration of C and D increases. Reaction has gone forward. So on increasing the concentration of any of the two reactants, the result, the outcome is common, that the reaction has gone forward and the yield of the product has increased as the more product has been produced, right? Another thing, same reaction. Now let's see from the point of view of product. Let's add more product. What if we add more product? The product has been formed. We add from outside more product, let's say. We add more C or we add more D. If that happens, you can understand that what is Q? Products concentration by reactants concentration. This has increased. That means Q increases. Q increases. Q is greater than K. Q has become greater than K. Right? In that case, reaction goes backward. So now what will happen is C and D will get consumed and reaction goes backward because of more addition of product. Reaction is going backward and we can say that equilibrium shifts in the backward direction. Okay? Now, let's understand from the picturization. See, we are increasing now the concentration of C, and if that is happening, the reactants now are increasing. Okay? Simple. Similar scenario would be for D. We increase D, again reaction goes backward. But if we actually remove C and D as and when it is formed, okay, we start removing C and D as and when it gets formed, the reaction will keep going forward.